Welcome to Media Day 2021-2022 here at Robert Lewis Middle School, where we have the undefeated 4 years in a row championship Bulldogs, Natchez Middle School Bulldogs. We're going to go inside and see the inside and the heart of the Bulldogs, what the value of this team is and how they stay undefeated. We're going to meet the coaches. We're going to have some fun with the players. We're just going to have a media day so we can see where the Bulldogs get their characters from. Stick with me. We'll be back.
Hi, I am LaTanya Davis, principal of Robert Lewis Magnet School. I have worked with Coach West for now about 7 years. What can I say about Coach West? Coach West is a phenomenal person. He is a true role model to our young men here in Natchez School District. And I just want to wish Robert Lewis and Morgantown a great football season this year. Way to go, Bulldogs. Get paid.
We're here now to hear from the Natchez Middle School Bulldogs offense. At the podium we have Coach Brown. Along with Coach Brown is number 52, Christian Angeletti, number 4, Patrick Banks, number 55, Aracus Baskins, number 7, Christian Harris, number 3, Kyron Johnson, number 54, Alonzo McGowan, number 5, Cameron Morgan, number 1, Cedric Owens, number 10, Tylen Stewart, number 2, Martavius Woods, number 77, Devin Ford, and number 56, Cameron Thomas. I just introduced to you the 2021-2022 offense. The Bulldogs are 4 years in a row champions, and it's hard to uphold that championship quality every year, but it seems that you guys have figured it out, so we want to hear from you and what's the plans on this year.
Well, I have a lot of 8th graders returning this year. Played for me 7th grade. We run the same thing, base offense. Same offense that comes down from the high school, so these guys are pretty adapted to what we do. I have a 7th grade quarterback who has been around the team for the last 2 years because his brother just moved on to the high school. So he knows the offense, he's ready to lead. I have 2 8th grade great running backs in Christian Harris and Pinky. I got a couple 8th grade receivers and Cedric Owens, Kyron Johnson. I got a 7th grader who came out in the summer and just surprised me, and Tylen Stewart. I have a massive offensive line. I feel like we hand the ball to anybody. Any guy on this team behind those 5 guys, and we should be able to move everybody. I want to be really run heavy pass the ball when we have to, because I really believe in what we do. Christian Harris, man, he looks like a baby Saquon. If you check his legs out, hey, so that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna run the ball, we're gonna pass, we're gonna hit our spots, we're gonna execute, we're gonna be disciplined. The thing about the group, the reason why we're 4-time champion is because we believe in discipline. We run a disciplined offense, we run a simple offense, we keep it simple. We don't put too much on the guys, so they can make sure they know what they're doing, what they got, and we're just ready to get this season started.
Coach, is there a specific offense that we can expect that you guys are practicing and going to run for this year, scheme-wise?
We run a spread offense, try to get the ball around our playmakers. We hit that inside zone. We got explosive receivers on the outside, big receivers on the outside. Try to get them the ball down the field when we need to get the ball down the field. 2 inside guys are very shifty guys, so we want to get the ball in their hands quick, let them make a move and get up. And when we get ready to hand the ball off, we hand the ball off to 2 of the most explosive guys I've ever seen in my life. And the quarterback, man, he might be 5'2", But when he has that ball in his hand, he's electric. He's an electric guy. Running behind these big guys, especially Rockies and Cam, I trust them with my life. So I know I can trust them with Cam behind them.
Do you mind if we hear from your quarterback coach? If we take a few questions?
Yes, sir. Let's hear from him.
We're going to hear from Cameron Morgan now, quarterback of Natchez Middle School Bulldogs. Cam, welcome aboard.
Yes, sir.
Can you kind of tell us how it feels to run the offense of the middle school football team?
Feel good. Feel good to come out of 7th grade, start, have people on my side, help my linemen, protect me, my receivers. They're gonna catch the ball no matter where I throw it.
So what's your expectation for this year, being the first year quarterback, 7th grade, having to lead a championship team? Tell me what's your expectations?
I'm gonna win. They give it for the best player. The 8th grade is this their last year, so gotta show up and show out.
Do you have any goals set for this year, or things that you want to accomplish personally, or?
Win every game. Play our game as our best.
All right. What's your favorite Coach West moment? We want to hear what Coach West is doing on the field with you guys. So enlighten us on some of the things that makes y'all that's your favorite Coach West moment.
Like when he dance on the field, he get happy when somebody do the right thing. He start dancing, get real happy. Be funny sometimes.
It's funny. Huh?
Yes,
Well, we know we love our coach. He's doing a great job over here. So we thank you, Cam, for taking a few questions. Next, we're going to hear from your starting running back, Mr. Harris. I hear a lot about Mr. Harris, and I want to reach down inside of Mr. Harris and see how he's doing today, and let him tell us what his plans are for this year's season. Welcome aboard, Mr. Harris. Thank you for coming out and being a part of this. Can you kind of tell us what you expected to accomplish this year? First off, tell us how you classify.
Classify as a running back. Most people they look at me think I'm a power back, but I can do everything. I can catch, I can run, I can break somebody down, I can run them over, anything.
What are your goals? What are you planning to do this season for the Bulldogs?
Me personally, I'm planning to do the best I can do. At least we got 6 games on the schedule, minus the championship, so I'm expecting to get at least 15 touchdowns, at least 1,000 yards. Just try to be the best running back I can be.
Okay. So we're going to stretch the field a little. I know we're going to have a passing attack, so I think thank you, Mr. Harris, for taking a few questions from us. But we're going to hear from a receiver now, CEDRIC. He's going to stretch the field for us. We're going to see what his plans are this season and what his goals are. Hey, Cedric.
Yeah.
Kind of tell us what your expectations are for this season.
My expectation is to score at least 15 touchdowns with 600 yards.
15 touchdowns, 600 yards. That's a great expectation, sir. If you do that, the coaches at the high school come to get you before the season over. That's a great expectation. Tell me this here. Give me a moment that you remember about Coach West. Are you classified as a freshman? As a 7th grader or 8th grader?
8th grader.
8th grader. So give me some moments that you share with Coach West. Because last year you were on the championship team and won the 4th championship in a row. So kind of tell us reach down inside and tell us a little bit about Coach West.
Yeah, like my quarterback said, when he dances on the field, when somebody do something good.
That's okay. He brings a lot of energy to the team, brings a lot of excitement. Okay, all right. Well, man, we'd like to thank y'all for being a part of this interview. We wish you the best of luck. I know we got some guys in the trenches back there. We want to hear from one of our guys in the trenches. With Coach Brown, you have somebody that can come up as far as one of the big guys that carry the heavy load that can tell what their plans are.
We're gonna let Cam Thomas come up and talk to you for a little while.
Cam, welcome. Tell me how you classify. What grade are you?
I'm in 8th grade. I'm right tackle. Offensive line.
How long have you been playing ball, Cam?
Ever since I was in 2nd and 3rd grade.
2nd and 3rd grade. Great. We're glad to have you a part of the team, Cam.
Yes, sir.
Can you just kind of tell us a little bit about your career and how you arrived to this point as a Bulldog?
Man, it's been a lot of ups and downs, you know. A lot of things that happened, a lot of injuries that happened, that occurred these past years. I had a knee surgery that happened last year. I missed most of the season. I only played one game, but that game, that really means something.
So how does it feel now to be healthy and back and ready to go this year?
I'm ready. That's all I have to say.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Y'all all ready?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
We'd like to thank y'all for the offense here. As far as coming out and giving us a little bit about what's going on, we want to make sure that that everybody come out and support our offense, explosive offense of here at the Natchez Middle School Bulldogs offense. Thank you, Coach Brown. We're going to hear from the Natchez Middle School Bulldogs defense, the defense that's going to hold us down, anchor us for the 2021-2022 season. Leading the defense as the coach of the defense is going to be Coach Johnson. Coach Johnson, thank you for coming out.
Yes, sir.
Thank
How
you
you
for
doing?
being here. We want to just kind of get an idea of what's your plans this year with this defense. We know that you've been real successful in the past with winning here at the middle school. So kind of give me an idea of what's your plans this year for your defense.
Coach, my plan is to pick up where we left off. This is a championship team, championship defense. We're going to do it. The only people that can beat us are ourselves. Nobody else can beat us. It's about us. At the end of the day, it's what we do. We execute. It's sometimes not about X's and O's. It's about Joe's and blows. Coach, we're going to pick up where we left off. The expectations are high. We set the standard. We prepare these kids to get ready to go to high school, to the next level. So when they're here, this is not just a middle school program. We treat this like a university. You're going to come here, you're going to learn, but when you get ready to go to the next level, you're going to be ready.
Okay, Coach, I'm going to introduce your defense here that you have on stage with you here. Your starting defense, we're going to start with Lakota Bostic. Next to him is going to be Mason Boulden and Keith Doss, Amarian Fletcher, Anthony Givens, Javis Johnson, William Johnson, CHAVARIS Martin, Braylon McDaniel, Anthony Thompson, and Keelan Washington. That's your starting defense this year. That's up there on stage with you, Coach. Can you kind of tell us what you're going to run this year? What basic defense? What are y'all going to do? What schemes? Do y'all do a lot of blitzing? Or just kind of give us an idea of what to expect from the Bulldogs defense.
Well, we're coming out of 3-4 scheme. We're going to be gap sound like we always have been. It's middle school, so we don't have too many teams trying to do anything fancy or just going over the top, but we are going to be gap sound, and we're going to take care of business.
I know you got some great young men up there with you, Coach, and we want to hear from them. I think we're going to hear from Mason Boulden, see what he has to say to tell us about this season. Mason, you mind taking a few questions? Welcome, Mason, and just kind of tell us what grade you're in and what position you play, and tell me your expectations for this year's season.
I'm 8th grade, and I'm the Mike linebacker. I really direct the defense, and with every play, I got to fill my gap, get ready to make a tackle.
So what's your expectations for the 2021-2022 season for the defense? Are y'all expecting to keep players from scoring or 50 yards per game? Man, just tell me what you expect out of this defense.
I expect out of my defense to cause 3 to 4 turnovers a game and don't allow no score on the defense.
How many tackles you plan to have, Mason?
By the end of the season,
By the end of the season, or you can tell us what you expect for each game.
I'd say at least 10 tackles a game.
At least 10. That's an excellent goal, Mason. Thank you for taking a few questions for me. I got one more question for you. Tell me a little bit about your coach, Coach West. We're trying to figure out who that guy is. Tell us a little bit about it.
So Wes, he always getting up front though with the chance that we got. Like, one of the chants is it costs what it costs, and we'll say it costs what it costs, coach. And that is meaning like, well,
It costs what it costs because it costs what it costs.
it's worth it. Like, yeah, worth it.
All right. Thank you, Mason, for taking a few questions from us. Next, we want to hear from a teammate of yours, Javis Johnson. We're going to ask Javis to come to the podium and give us an idea of what's his expectations for the 2021-2022 season.
Well, my expectation is to get as many spots as possible and at least 5 tackles a game.
Javis, are you classified as an 8th grader or a 7th grader?
8th grade.
8th grader, so you're upperclassman here at the middle school. So tell me what it was like last year, going through COVID and all the switches and changes, but still having to play ball. Kind of give us an idea how the challenge was and what you did, what y'all did to actually make it through those challenges.
Last year, it was a lot of excitement, good teammates, and we had a lot of fun last year. I mean, we made or played a lot of hard teams, but together with my teammates and all, we all worked together on the game plan, and we talked about it. We made up for it at practice, and our coaches always prepped us up.
What's your favorite moment in football up to this point? That play, that one thing that happened.
My 7th grade year, when we played against Woodville, we was on kickoff, and I got to run over for it.
We were able to run them over. Memories. That was against Woodville. Do y'all play them again this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, man, for coming and giving us let us look inside and get to know you a little bit more. We're going to hear from one more of your teammates. That's CHAVARIS Martin, and then we're going to hear from him.
Yes, sir.
CHAVARIS, welcome, man. Give me an idea of your favorite moment as a Natchez Middle School board.
When I caught the ball on kickoff return, I almost returned it.
You almost returned it? Okay, so you were close. How close were you?
I like, oh no, I like 20. It was 20 something on
Okay, so this year you're going to be scoring, right? CHAVARIS, what position you play?
Safety.
Safety?
Yes, sir.
So we can expect a pick six?
Yes, sir.
Can we expect a pick six out of you 14?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I want to hear it. I mean, I hear a lot about you, know that you're a good safety on the team and a good player. So, you know, expectations are high, but if that ball come your way, we want to see you take it on back to the end zone. Give me a little bit about your teammates and tell me what makes y'all click as a team.
Well, it's like when our offense score touchdown, we all get excited and prep them on. Like say if we get a pick six, we still prep each other on.
So it's a team thing. Nobody scored by themselves, everybody scored together.
Yes, sir.
That's it, man. Well, we appreciate you taking a few questions from us, and thank you. Coach, I got one more question. Coach, and this is my final question to you on defense. I hear all the time, every time Coach West says something, he say discipline, and he tells me that word means something. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what that word means. He told me if I stopped at any point and I yelled out discipline, I would get an answer. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to try it. Discipline.
Do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, whether you like it or not.
Doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it,
whether you like it or not.
That's discipline. I like that. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for being a part of our interview. Now we're going to hear from the heart and soul, the heartbeat of the Natchez Middle School Bulldogs. We're going to hear from Coach West himself, kind of get an idea of where we're going with this program. Coach West has been doing an awesome job here. at Natchez Middle School. We've won 4 championships, and you hear the slogan, "Get paid, Bulldogs, get paid." We know what that means. We know that means that the Bulldogs are out in the battle, and they're going to war, and they're going to cash in their ducats. So we're going to hear from Coach West, the heart and soul, the heartbeat of the team. And just, Coach, thanks for coming. Thanks for letting us have this opportunity with you and your team, and to just kind of get an idea of what's going on over here with you guys. I see you got a lot of young players with you. I'm going to give you a moment to just have the floor, and then I'm going to introduce your team that you have behind you. Coach West.
Well, first I want to graciously thank you for coming and taking out this time in order to do this for our kids and our community, to let people know what we're doing and really introduce our program officially to everybody. When we were put in this position to take over this program, we were blind. We didn't know what we wanted to do. And we established what we have now today from the ground up with some help of some great men. One of the mantras I live by, a smart man surrounds himself with better men. A wise man does that, surrounds himself with better men. So this program is made up of a lot of different things and qualities and characteristics that came from better men than me. And all we want to do is expound on that and continue to build upon our program, discipline, high character, academic achievement, and trying to be the best young men that we can be coming out of this program.
Coach, I know you got a lot of young guys there with you and a part of the team. I'm just going to introduce those guys as sitting behind you. Number 64, starting with Samaje Allen, Christian Baptiste, Jeremiah Grinnell, Christopher Jones, Marion Moore, Dalen Purnell, Caden Reynolds, Breon Rice, Landale Scott, Jalen Schuler, Marquise Sullivan, Braylon Turner, and Kyron Washington. Coach, and also last but not least, Randall Newell. So, Coach, just kind of give us an idea this year. What's your plans for the 2021-2022 season? We know that last year COVID was here, and it was a real challenge for everybody to try to adapt, and we didn't get to play a full season. It was adjusted because of COVID. So, kind of give us a focus of this year's plan, since we do have a little bit better understanding of what COVID is and how to protect ourselves from it, and what's the plans for our 2021-2022 season.
Well, obviously COVID hit everybody swiftly and unexpectedly. We attacked it head on. I'm proud of our program. I'm proud of our athletic department under Coach Moore and the leadership of head coach Craft, and getting everything in order to make sure our kids stay safe. We have protocols in place to make sure we clean our hands, clean our equipment. We check temperatures. We do everything that we can to make sure that everyone is in a safe space when they come to practice with us. One of the main things that we want to do as a program this year is reestablish our dominance in our district, go back to some of the key things that made this program successful in the past, and really live our mantras, the things that we say that have meaning. And we want to live those things. We want to make sure that our boys are walking billboards for what we do as a football program.
Coach, there's a lot of concern around, and you've been the leader of this great team. There's a lot of concern with parents of COVID, and can you kind of give us an idea of how you're handling it and what you're doing as far as to keep the boys safe, and just some of the protocols that so parents will have an idea of what's going on?
Yes, sir, absolutely. In the Natchez Adams School District, the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we protect our players. So when they come in, they check their temperatures at the front door. We make sure that if they have a temperature over 98, over 99, then they have to call home. They can't participate that day. First thing we do is that. Then we make sure that we clean our hands before we touch any equipment. We make sure that we go into the locker room 5 at a time so we can limit people being in the locker room, too many people in one space. We try to manage our social distancing. We try to remind kids to have their masks. We have masks when they don't have them. So we try to touch base on everything that we can as far as COVID to try to maintain the integrity of the program and not miss any days that have to go into a quarantine situation.
Can you kind of give us an idea of what the schedule will look like for this year, as far as the teams we want to play and what it looks like now, right now?
Yes, sir. The district consists of Woodville, Fayette, Port Gibson, and Amite County, and we play all together a 6-game schedule. We will be not hosting, but that's the plan. We will be playing our championship game at Alcorn State University. So that's another opportunity for us to showcase our children, show them something different. And we expect to be in that game, and we expect to represent the city.
Excellent, Coach. So we know who we're playing. Kind of give me an idea of this year. I know you've been super successful in the past. Is this one of those things that we're expecting to go undefeated, or do you think there's a challenge out there for us? I know we have some great athletes on the field, and y'all are always prepared. So kind of give me an idea of your expectations this year.
The standard is the standard. I'll say that again. The standard is the standard. It doesn't change no matter who comes and goes. The uniform is the same. It says Natchez on one side and Bulldogs on the other. Whoever's in it, the standard maintains itself. So we expect to go undefeated. Defensively, we expect to shut people out. Offensively, we expect to showcase that we can run the Natchez High School offense under the leadership of Coach LaTanya Davis and Coach Brown. We expect to be dominant and efficient. We expect to give effort, energy, and enthusiasm in every single play, every single snap. So the expectation doesn't change. It maintains itself, or either it goes higher.
Thank you, Coach, for letting us do that. Is there anything you want to tell or talk about to the community that may be tuned in, and give you this time to share any moment that you want to share, or anything you want to share with them?
Well, I appreciate that. I really am excited about this group of young men. I'm excited about this group of young men. We have a lot of great young men, high academic achievers, high character kids. We have, I don't want to call out certain kids. We have kids that do things for other people that you don't see, and they don't ask for accolades. And I always talk about, when you do right, you get right. When you do dirt, you get dirt. So we have some kids that really go out of their way to make sure that they're doing right by people and their teammates. And I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about how we'll get paid back for doing those things. This group is a disciplined group. They're learning how to become more disciplined every day. This group is a group that understands the team aspect of football and the brotherhood aspect. When we're doing something to correct behavior, I don't like to say punishment. When we're correcting behavior, we get up and we run for it. We don't have kids smacking their lips or complaining, so they understand why that's important. So that's a big step right there in accountability. We hold each other accountable.
Thank you, Coach. I see you got some big guys behind you there that seems like, if trouble breaks out, we got a lot of help there, Coach. I would like to hear from them and just kind of get an idea of what their thoughts are for this season. Right there is number 55 with you. We're here from Arroyos Baskin.
Yes, sir.
That's the Baskin. We'll ask you to take the stand right now, and thank you for being here. I know that this is your 8th grade season. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just kind of give us an idea of how football has impacted you and brought you to this point, Mr. Baskin.
I love it personally. I love coming out, playing with my friends, and winning. Winning is the best thing. And when we do win, we have a lot of fun doing it.
Mr. Baskin, so this is your 2nd year. You've spent a lot of time around Coach West, and I see you seem to be right there on his back shoulder. So kind of give me some idea of who Coach West is to you guys.
Coach West, of course, the head coach. I've been with him since 6th grade. He was my gym teacher. So we built a good relationship. And he's a great coach for the 7th graders and the 8th graders.
If you had to tell one of the elementary students, if you had to tell them something about Coach West to prepare them for when they come to the middle school, what would it be?
Gotta put it in your all. Gotta work. If you don't work, you're not doing nothing.
Thank you for taking a few questions. We're going to hear from your teammate there. Let's see, coming to the podium is going to be your teammate number 54, and that's going to be Alonzo McGowen. Mr. McGowen, thank you for coming up to the podium. Can you give me a little bit of information about yourself?
I'm a guard and I'm a middle cycle, and I've been with Coach. I've been with the Bulldogs for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade year, and I'm just coming into this year. I had stopped playing football for a little bit, and I'm just coming back to get myself fresh, and I just can't wait to play.
Mr. McGowan, so I play football myself, and a lot of people know that in the trenches, the linemen are the funny guys on the team. They, kind of keep it going, chuckle. So kind of give us some good stories here of what it feels like being down in the trenches and some of the exciting moments that you guys have on the field that nobody else know about.
It's really exciting. It really get dirty down there. Like we really get to have a lot of fun. We get to really get our aggression out and really do more things that other people can't do in other positions.
I hear this word thrown around all the time, by linemen, pancake. And me personally, I'll be like, man, what is a pancake? I don't know what that is. Tell us what a pancake is, man. What do that mean in football terms?
It's kind of exactly when you like another skill position, they might do something that's like a tackle. It's kind of like that. You just basically go down like this on them. You got to put pressure on them.
Pressure on who?
Pressure on the opposition.
What if they don't let you?
It's up to you. You got to do it.
So a pancake is really whooping the next man in front of you and landing on top of him. I wouldn't know what that means. I've never had that happen to me. I'm just joking, man. Listen, thank you, Mr. McGowan, for coming up. Thank you for having for being a part of this interview. Coach West, I'm gonna let you come back to the podium. We have just a few more questions for you, and then we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna let you guys go. So, Coach West, again, we know that you have won, and the standards is high here, and we expect that to be there. But tell us about this team academically. We want to hear about the success of this team as a team off the field. We know how great they are on the field. We know that we have players in this room that's going to be high-level players at the high school. But tell us the character of these players and tell us the academic side of these players.
First thing I thought about when you asked that question was Christian Harris. I always like to brag on him. Christian is our running back. Christian placed 4th in the nation. Second in the nation in the science. What was it, Christian? In the science category at the Beta Club convention in 4th grade. So ever since I heard that about him, I've been a fan of him. So watching him grow, we had a wheelchair-bound student. And in the past, Christian's never done anything to receive any accolades. He would take that student up and down stairs on his back. You talk about high character. I don't see how you can exemplify more high character than that. I talk about Rock all the time. Rock is a straight A. Do you make any B's, Rock? Barely. Top level student, leader in the classroom. When we go in the gym, I tell Rock to run the class. He can run the class. We have many examples. We got many smart kids. But the thing is, like you said, character is the biggest thing. What are they doing when you're not looking? And that's how I define character. Who are you when I'm not there to tell you when you did something wrong? So I feel like we have a lot of high character kids on this team that are academically capable and athletically capable.
We've heard from the heart of the Bulldogs here at the Robert Lewis Middle School, the Natchez Middle School Bulldogs head coach, Coach West. We have had an interview with Mr. Coach Brown and Coach Johnson. We enjoyed our time that we spent with y'all, Coach, and it's been a pleasure for me to be here. Hopefully that the community will watch and enjoy this just as much as I've had being here. Hopefully that this season will be an awesome season for you guys, and that it will be an undefeated season. Another championship will be brought to the Natchez Middle School Bulldogs. Coach, I know I hear a lot of chants, a lot of get paid, what it costs. Coach, I ask you to end tonight for everybody so we can kind of get an idea of what all these chants do for the team. I'm going to ask you to kind of lead us in some chants so we'll understand what this does. All right.
We define!
Discipline!
We define!
Discipline!
We ain't have no goals.
We had shooting break!
I said we ain't have no goals.
We had shooting break!
Get paid, Bulldog, get paid! Get paid, Bulldog, get paid!